why don't we just go through the basics here. All right, so what we're doing right now is we're doing a demonstration of how to utilize the food truck with brick and mortar power. Essentially just spin it around until it goes right in, and then you'll screw the collar onto the truck itself. That makes sure that the adapter won't be able to come off. And then you're going to take the extension cord that's plugged into the unit. We'll always want to make sure that every time that the breakers are going to be off inside the truck, just make a habit of that. Now we're going to plug in. Once you've plugged into the brick and mortar power from your extension cord, you're going to notice that there's a light that comes on the adapter to let you know that you have power to the truck. Once you come inside the truck, from plugging in the brick and mortar power, you're going to cut each one of the breakers on one at a time. As you cut them on, that's going to cut on the refrigeration, the hot steam tables, your water heater, water pump, everything that's electrical inside the truck. This brown box right here is called the transfer box. This is going to allow you to have power from your brick and mortar, which is what we're plugged into now, or your generator purpose. So you have the best of both worlds. Either you're in the streets and they have no power whatsoever, you're going to utilize the generator. When they say, hey, we have 110 power, you're going to be able to plug in directly into that particular building to utilize their power. A lot of people, if they have access to brick and mortar power, they'll go ahead and keep the refrigeration on and the hot water heater on, so when they're ready to roll out for an event the next day, everything's already up to temperature, the refrigeration, and you've already automatically got hot water. You don't have to worry about draining the hot water tank per se. You just want to make sure that if it drops below 40 degrees, that you're draining the water tanks or what have you. And that's only in the winter months. Spring, summer, fall, you really don't have to worry about draining the tanks, but definitely in the winter months. So essentially you have 40 gallons of fresh water, 50 gallons of gray water. That's going to be plenty for what you have to do as far as your operation. You'll take a clean water hose, and it's a standard water hose you can get from Home Depot or Walmart or so on and so forth. You'll screw that into here, and then you're going to cut the water on to basically fill it up. No different than if you were filling up, a motorhome water tanks or what have you. When the tank is full, it's going to start spewing back at you, and it'll start making a gurgling noise that lets you know that the tanks are completely full. And then you're going to pull this plunger up, and then the water just comes out. I don't want to get the floor all wet, but you get the demonstration of it. So this is water in, this is water out. When it comes to the hot holding box, essentially you're going to come down here and cut the power on. And then in the center, it's going to talk about a digital temperature. So this allows you to either use it for hot holding purposes, or you can also use it as a proofer. When you're ready to have the truck started and you're ready to put this truck in gear, you're going to put your foot on the brake like so, and then you're going to push this button that is right directly below the steering column. You're going to push it in, you're going to hear it beep. That's going to let you know that now you can engage the truck into gear, into reverse, neutral, park, drive, whatever you need. When you turn the turn signal over to your right, it automatically eventually shifts the camera to your right to show you what's on your passenger side. On your driver's side, I'm turning it to the driver's side, left-hand side, it automatically put me on the driver's side right there. If we put it in reverse, then it's going to show the backup camera as well. So this unit has 3 cameras, one on each side that are daytime running, and then a backup camera. So with the generator, it opens up from this door right here. Essentially, you really never have to open up this particular box unless you're checking putting fuel into the diesel fuel tank, or you're basically checking the oil. The generator burns about 1 gallon an hour, and then this is a 20-gallon tank. So this is essentially going to get you about 20 hours every time you utilize it. When you first start the generator is cold. So at the bottom of this switch, you're going to hold it down, and it's going to prime it. And it even says prime and stop, I should say. So you're going to hold it down, and right here in the center of this button, you're going to see a light come on. And once that light comes on, you're going to hold it up top until it completely starts. The only time you have to prime this unit is when it's cold. Once it's been fired up and it's been running for 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 10 minutes and it's nice and warm, you do not have to prime it anymore. You can literally just cut it off and cut it back on.